Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Arnold Nerenberg. I've been a clinical psychologist licensed to practice in the state of California for over 46 years. And in 2 months and about a week, I'll be 80 years old. So all the lessons of those 80 years, all those lessons of over 46 years as a clinical psychologist, I want to bring them to you with the intention of uplifting you and your loved ones for a lifetime. That's the kind of impact that I'm truly hoping to have with you today. I hope you'll be able to open your hearts, open your minds to the messages that I'll be bringing to you. Keep in mind that the teachings I'm going to be bringing to you, I had to bring first to within my own being, then I brought it to my patients, and then I brought it as a movement into the world, the honor movement. The title of today's presentation is Honor, Calling, Destiny. Honor, Calling, Destiny. Let's look at what calling and destiny, we'll talk about honor, how that fits into it. A job is something you do from 9 to 5 to pay your bills. Absolute necessity. Many people have jobs, and it's a good thing. Then you have a career, which is a job that you enjoy. That's a step up. You have the job, you're paying your bills, and you enjoy it. You look forward to going in. It's satisfying, it's fulfilling. A lot of times, even during a job or a calling, people look forward to coming home. They want to be with their families. They have their weekends. Usually when people have a job or a calling, or a job or a career, you're usually looking forward to going home, which is normal. A job or a career, people contribute what they can, do what they can, and look forward to going home. Look forward to the weekends, which again is very natural. Now, a calling is a career you would do for free if you could afford to do it. You love doing it so much that when Monday comes, that's when Sunday's coming to an end, people start getting depressed about Monday. They're heading out today, they don't have to go to work. But when you have a calling, you don't dread Monday. In fact, you kind of look forward to it because it's something you love to do so much, and you're amazed that you're getting paid to do it. Because if you could afford to, you would do it for free if you could afford to do that. So you're amazed you're making money, and certainly money is a factor, but it's secondary to the love of what you're doing. Very often when it comes to a job or a career, money is very primary. Money matters no matter what's happening in life, no doubt about it. Money is important. Money matters, absolutely. But it's especially important for a job because you might not be enjoying it. You want to pay your bills. A career, you're enjoying what you're doing, but money is very, very important. Maybe more important than what you're even doing. Now, a calling, it's not more important. You want that money. You need to pay your bills. You want to get ahead. You want a new house, your children's education, whatever it is. But you love it so much that you would do it for free if you could afford to. Now, most people can't afford to do that unless they're retired or they have another income, and then they can do it. And so with a calling, it's not Blue Monday. You're not dreading Monday because you're eager to do it. That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Now, a destiny is a calling that you would pay to do if you could afford to. A destiny is a calling you would actually pay to do if you could afford to do it. So there again, you don't dread Mondays. You enjoy weekends, be with the family, changing pace, but it's not. But it's not something you can't wait to get home. And you want to get home. We all want to go home. Everybody wants to go home. Whatever we're doing, we look forward to going home, and that's a good thing. But with a destiny, of a calling or a destiny, whatever you're doing, there's nothing else you'd rather do during that time. Like when I'm seeing patients as a therapist, which is a destiny for me, there's nothing else I'd rather do than hang out with so many wonderful people. Or right now, doing this presentation. I paid a lot of money over the years to produce these videos, a lot of money. I paid to do it. I mean, probably $1 million to $2 million over a 15-year period. But there's nothing else I'd rather do. I could be home. I had a long day. I've been seeing patients all day, writing reports all day, Sure, I'm going to enjoy being home, but there's nothing else I'd rather do right now than be here with you. Absolutely nothing else. This is awesome for me. Now, I regard it as a privilege. It's a privilege for me to be here with you because it's a destiny. When you have a destiny, you regard it as a privilege. As a matter of fact, many people really appreciate these videos. They say, I get so much out of it. I feel so much more self-control, my thoughts, my feelings, my words. I feel more fair. I'm having a better family life. And they're grateful to me. But what people don't realize, I'm grateful to you for the privilege. If you weren't here, if you weren't here to hear what I had to say and receive this, that'll be a big loss. I mean, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful to be in your presence. And that's for real. I'm grateful. I'm paying to be here with you. I mean, it's because I have to pay for the production of this. So it's a privilege to do this because I'm serving my destiny. I want to give you an idea what that is. Now, so now you see job, career, calling, destiny. Now, honor, we're going to talk about what honor is, but honor demands that you seek to serve your calling or your destiny. Now, keep in mind, when you have a calling and destiny, to be truly a destiny, it's something it has to uplift human beings. You're contributing value to the world, the same with a calling. You're doing something meaningful. You have a passion about it. You want to uplift and add positivity and constructiveness. Then it's a calling or a destiny. It has to have those characteristics to be that. So you have your job, career, calling, destiny. And it's a privilege. And it's also a path to greatness. Because when you're serving your destiny, that's what greatness is. You found your true path in life. And I'll tell you another thing when you serve a calling or a destiny. It energizes you. Woo! You feel energy from it. Because you're fulfilling your purpose. I mean, I'm 80 years old. I'm not slowing down. That's why. Because I have the privilege of serving great human beings like you, to talk with you, to visit with you, to share the knowledge and to have some unity with you. That's awesome. Well, that gives me life. And that's what happens when you're serving your calling, your destiny. You can get that from a career to some extent, maybe a job, man, not too much. You got to really get to calling and destiny. So honor demands that you seek to serve your calling and destiny. Now, you got to pay your bills, and if you're not in a position to do these things, you do what you do, and you give a fair day's work for a fair day's pay, and that is honorable. It's honorable. You're doing honest work, making a wonderful contribution. I have some of my people drive a truck, whatever. It's wonderful. I mean, the world depends on that. Everything in a supermarket, everything on our table, it's all trucks. Truckers are bringing it. Even if it was brought over by ship or plane or railroad, I mean, the truckers, our wonderful truckers have to get that, bring it to. That's honorable. But for most people I know, and I know a lot of people who drive trucks, it's a job. For some, it's a career at most. I don't think for any one of my people it's a calling or a destiny. But it's honorable. It's an honest trade. Honest. Now, or being in the car industry, I mean, if you're being honest with the people, and you have integrity and honor, and you're helping them find the right vehicle given what they need and whatnot, and you're doing it in an honest way, well, that could be a great career. So the idea is as following the path of honor. The way honor ties into it this way. Honor demands that you intend and seek to serve your calling and destiny. Doesn't mean you will. Doesn't mean you ever will. But that's your intention. That's your hope. You know, some people say, when I retire, then I can do what I really want. And money's not going to be an issue. I'll have a good retirement income. Then I could do this or that. I can serve humanity in this way. I can look after stray animals, or I can volunteer my time at hospitals. I can really do what's in my heart to do. But that's always, so it has to remain, honor demands that your intention be to serve your calling and destiny. In the meantime, you do your best with whatever's in front of you. whatever job, whatever career you have. Now, what is honor? Honor is loyalty to your highest constructive values. Honor is loyalty to your highest constructive values as enshrined within the 4 commandments of honor. The 4 commandments of honor are called the 4 self-commandments of honor. It's also called the 4 principles of honor, but I refer to it as the 4 commandments of honor. And it's basically where we're commanding the honor that already resides within your being. It's nothing external. It already resides within your being. And you're commanding it to arise into consciousness, into thoughts, words, and actions. What are those 4 commandments of honor? These are the 4 most powerful thoughts in the universe. I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. And then the 4th one is one of 2. It's either I seek always to serve my highest values, or if you believe in God as I do, and as most of my patients do, God, your wish is my only wish. Those are the 4 commandments of honor. So honor is loyalty to your highest constructive values as enshrined in those 4 commandments of honor. Now, we have to make a lifetime commitment. Just hearing that's not enough. These are very constructive, positive thoughts. They create a healthy energy flow. They enhance your health. Create a very positive, constructive, healthy energy flow, which will strengthen you morally, emotionally, psychologically, and even physically. But we need to make a lifetime commitment or it won't be of any avail. So the lifetime commitment goes this way. I have people take what I call the pledge. Raise your right hand and then repeat after me. As a disciple of honor, I pledge myself all the days of my life to the 4 commandments of honor. And I'll teach them to those I love. I'll repeat them every morning, afternoon, and evening, and I'll listen to myself recite them. I tell people, welcome to the brotherhood, welcome to the sisterhood. I've initiated over 1,100 people over a 6-year period. And when people take that pledge, no matter how despondent they were, over 95% feel good, over 95% feel more hope, and over 92% feel more meaning immediately. It's a wonderful thing to do, just wonderful. Now, we have to understand why we're taking that pledge. Because repetition is preparation for application. Repetition is preparation for application. That we're always ready for the battle, for the enemy. Who is the enemy? Well, we are, of course, to ourselves. So many negative thoughts which are natural to get coming to our minds. We deal with it in an honorable way. Our thoughts, words, and actions. Then we have the bridge from honor to reality, which maximizes the potential of applying this in any situation. The bridge is this. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? That's it. So he's saying that 3 times a day with the commandments. And then, any situation you're in, you ask that question. That becomes the gold standard for every thought, word, and action you have. Every one of them. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, do? So if you get a negative thought about somebody, you don't fight it. You just balance it with a thought such as, I wish you well. So the commandments of honor and the bridge, the pledge, now you're prepared. Remember, repetition is preparation for application. I'm going to tell you, saying the commandments of honor and the bridge may make you feel good, doesn't make me feel good, but it always keeps me ready to deal with myself and life that comes. And the application feels awesome. Much better than the alternative, which is to go into a hole of negativity. We've all been here. We've all been in the caves and the holes of negativity. You don't want to live there anymore. You don't have to live there anymore. This is our way out. And we're not defined by the thoughts that pop into our mind. Those are based on our family upbringing, societal norms, and genetics. We're more definition or defined by the thoughts we choose to have, which are based on the commandments of honor. Now, you want to see whether, hopefully you have a job you love, you have a career you love, but that's great. you always want to have in mind, because honor demands that you seek and have the intention of serving your calling and destiny. Sometimes somebody can have a full-time job or a full-time career and then come home and then go to the next phase of serving calling and destiny. Certainly being a mother and being a father, a calling could even be a destiny if your intention is to show your children the way of honor so that they'll be able to uplift the world. You want to just not only enjoy your children, which is a natural thing to want to do, but that's not the main issue. We want to show them the way of honor so that through them also that they will seek to bring honor into the world, into their own being. We have a sacred obligation to show our children the way of honor. And certainly the way of honor certainly includes respect, parental respect. If a child doesn't respect his or her parents, he won't respect himself because the parent's internalized within. And if the child doesn't respect himself or doesn't respect the parent, they're unlikely to respect the institutions of society, the laws of God itself. For example, what's the big problem in the school system? It's not funding. Oh, no. It's not that the fact that a roof leaks. Oh, no. It's not they don't have enough computers. No. The problem in the school system is the students don't have proper respect for the teachers. Why is that? Because they didn't respect their parents. The parents allowed them to disrespect them. We have to stop any disrespect. They certainly want to express themselves, and we want to show the children love. We want to make sure for their sake that they show proper respect. That's an extension of our responsibility as parents to show them the way of honor, which includes proper respect. As a matter of fact, one of the laws of honor, because there's 25 laws, is extreme respect always. You want to make sure your children, for their sake, are showing proper respect. They'll get a better education. Why? Because they'll have respect for the teacher. Without that, they're not going to get the best education. So as I say, the roof leaks and there's not one computer in the room, they can still get a great education if they respect the teacher. If they don't respect the teacher, you could have billions of dollars into this and they're not going to get a great education without that respect. So there we have it. Honor, calling, destiny. And honor demands that we pursue our calling and our destiny. And certainly we have to review the nomenclature again. A job is something you do from 9 to 5 to pay your bills. A career is a job you enjoy. A calling is a career you enjoy so much you would do for free. It's a career you enjoy so much you would do for free. And a destiny is a calling you would pay to do if you could afford to do it. And it's always a privilege. And it's a privilege for me to present this to you. And I'm paying to do it. That's a destiny. And the intention is to uplift the world. So Lee and others who are listening, David, welcome, Roberto, George. Anybody have any lead? Is there anything you want to add or ask?
Yeah, since I've gotten involved with this honor movement, it's kind of become a destiny for myself. Everybody I come in contact with at this point in my life, I try wholeheartedly to explain to them and to deliver the destiny, to deliver the honor movement to them in some way or fashion.
That's a really good point, because I say the same for me. As you say, bringing honor into the world is a destiny for you. It is for me too. The honor movement is a destiny for me. Yeah, we're on the same page on that. My livelihood is being a therapist, but then I have the honor movement, which I don't want money for. I'm bringing it to the world in terms of dealing with racism, homelessness, marriage, family, schools, athletics, bringing it to all areas on an educational basis. Yeah. Let's see. Roberto, anything you want to ask or say?
Basically the same thing he said. I mean, he took it from my thoughts. My goal is to achieve get to the destiny, make the honor movement the destiny of my life, because it's a pleasure for me to do this.
A person could even have a job or a career and still serve their destiny simultaneously if they're living honorably and they're also sharing the honor teachings with people. So then the job and the career becomes a venue, an avenue to bring their destiny out into the world. So it's not necessarily a conflict there in terms of, gee, I got to give this up so I can do that. No, you could be bringing that whole thing in there. We're going to run out of time in a few minutes. David, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, hello?
Yes.
So I'm still new to the program, but what I've been doing is I've been doing my morning talks, saying the 4 commandments, and I've noticed that my son watches me in the morning when I do that. So he's gotten into the pattern of asking me, let's do the honor, Dad, let's do the honor. So
Wow.
I feel like I'm bringing it to my son now, and it's kind of lifting me up as I'm doing it.
How old is your son?
My son is only 3.
3. Wow. He's getting an early age. He could already be doing, I wish you well. You know, you could even tell him, hey, listen, have this thought, I wish you well. And he'll think it. And he said, did you have the thought? Yeah, I did it, Dad. You'll see. George, we're coming to an end on this, but that's something that he'll see he has the power. Say, look, you have the power to choose your own thought. That you want him to understand the power of volition. George, any thoughts you're having, questions or comments?
Oh, I have a trainload of comments. I'm not sure. Am I supposed to press this little?
I don't know. Just say it. It'll come across because we're running out of time on this
Okay,
meeting.
I got you. Well, I tell you, I am honestly, I feel privileged and definitely honored to have been involved in this program for the few months that I have, or several months that I have. And I tell you, those videos that you have, Dr. Nerenberg, and I'm not just trying to blow smoke. I am as serious as I can be. You have some amazing accomplishments. You're a month or so away from being 80 years old. I have an enormous amount of respect. I thought I'd gather discipline and things in the Marine Corps, but no, this has definitely been enlightening. My kids are older, so it's a little tougher to get them into the ball game. So I've been very ginger with trying to explain to them what this is. And I've gotten them to where they'll look over it and they'll look at it. I don't push it on them, but I go over it with them. And I have this right here next to me, and I say it every single day, at least several times.
Well, George, I find military men, Marines, all the really take to this, really understand, because there's already a foundation of honor. And the main way your children are going to see about honor is how you live. As they see the changes in you, and your demeanor and your tone of voice, the way you carry yourself, the way you conduct yourself, that's what's going to have the effect. Because people preach all kinds of good things, and I don't have to tell you, hypocrisy is rampant in the world, rampant.
Right.
But the real testimony is we have to live this thing. And you get to a point where you can become a devotee of honor, where you recite the supremacy of honor code, which is honor before pride, honor before anger, honor before sex, honor before money, honor before fear, honor before everything, honor before life itself. So most people, as you know, will sell their honor for sex or money. And so we don't. We in times in our life, maybe in our youth, we've done it. But there's a saying that I've developed. I've not always lived with honor, but I will die with honor. And that's where we're all coming from. If you've lived long enough, you haven't always lived with honor. But now the goal is to die with honor. And so you get to where it's not worth compromising for anything in the world. Not at all. It's a poor trade to get money and sacrifice your honor. It's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. It can look good to people, but it's a bad deal. And after you suffer enough bad consequences, bad karma, you say, you know what? No, this is it. And let me tell you something. Everybody wants to be a success, right? Everybody. But I want to tell you something. If a person's rich, good-looking, smart, but he doesn't have honor, he's a failure. He's a loser. He's a flop. Only honor defines success. And, of course, you want to have money and good looks and whatnot, but only honor defines success. Then, of course, you pursue everything else. Honor. As a matter of fact, as men, without honor, I tell men, you're not a man. Only honor makes you a man. Otherwise, we're just males. Yeah, we're just males. But to be really a man, to be men, we have to follow the way of honor. Simple as that. That's it. That's what a real man is. In Yiddish, we call it a mensch. A real mensch is somebody who follows who's a real man, and there's only one way to do that, following the way of honor. Well, it's certainly been a pleasure. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to stand before you, to have this time to share this. As I said, I paid for these productions, and it's a destiny for me, and I'm so grateful. Whatever you're benefiting, believe me, I benefit even more from having this time with such great people as yourselves. Bye for now.
Bye now.
Bye. Good to see you.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.